Hello, my friends. Welcome to the story of Flashback. Today we'll be learning about the story of the one they call Flashback. He is one of the dark color. Now, we will be reading the story and the origin story of Flashback. Here we go. One day, many years ago, in a small village, there was a boy. This boy was pure and born out of pure evil, nothing else, just pure evil. The boy was completely dark. He had no appearance on his face other than his eyes, which glowed a bright purple color. His body was completely dark and had no appearance. He caused trouble throughout the village, stealing animals just for the villagers to find them with their arms, legs, and body completely decapitated. He would burn food. He would hurt even the kids. They had no idea who pushed them into the water, because he was there, hiding amongst them. All because this is who he is. The villagers in the village all despised him. They knew he existed, but no one knew who he was at all. However, his mother practiced arts, dark arts. The boy was born from himself, not his mother. There was no father. He was simply created and evil. His mother, however, wore a mask, one painted with dark paint, red paint, and pink paint. It almost resembles the mask used in the Day of the Dead ritual, but not from this world. However, the mask had eye holes, but there was no eye, just darkness underneath the face. She had a dark red dress, torn in some edges, and white gloves covering pale hands with pointy nails. She wore a hood, dark red with boots black as the night. One day, his mother was found inside the boy's resting area, where he stays with his mother, underneath the village. His mother was found by the villagers there, as they were mining multiple different resources. They found her and considered her a witch, which most villagers do call people that look this way. They yelled out into the crowd, "Look who we have found underneath our village!" The boy looked from far away to see his mother with a rope around her neck. She was damaged, hurt. The boy wanted to help her, but his mother held up her hand. No. But she did not want to die. She just had nowhere else to go and wanted to protect her son. The villagers that found her yelled once again, This witch has been found underneath our very village, plotting to destroy us. There's only one way to deal with witches. We must behead them." The crowd cheered, "Yeah, down with the witch, behead her." The boy's mother wanted to say something, but she would not. She could not. The villagers grabbed her. They moved a giant wooden contraption towards her. At the top was held a metal sharp piece, held only by one rope. The rope was being held by a man, and as soon as he let go, the metal would come falling down straight to the bottom. The villagers put the boy, his mother, underneath the contraption and locked her head in using a wooden piece. The villagers that found her shouted, "Now we say goodbye to the witch that would destroy our village." The boy's mother looked at her son one last time. The metal came falling down and her head fell onto the ground. The boy yelled, "No!" He spoke. The boy spoke. He felt himself, but still, he had no mouth. But still, however, he spoke. The boy ran towards the village and jumped into the sky. He seemingly flew directly into the sky, however, he did not stop. Something strange was happening. His hands, purple energy came from them, surrounding him. He let the anger take over. The more energy he exerted, the more his arms and his legs turned into a bright purple, no longer the dark way they once were, unawakened. He gave in to this energy, and it sent him into a bright rage. He fell from the sky and landed in the center of the village, creating a center of energy which exploded the entire center of the main village. He went into rage at inimaginable speed. He slaughtered every single villager in the town. The men, the women, and the children, ripping their heads off, stabbing them with his bare hands. He would blame anyone for what happened, to cleanse this pain from him. He then went into his ultimate rage, and flew into the sky, sending a rage of energy throughout the entire village, eradicating the entire village and everything that surrounded the area of it. Everything alive in that area is now dead. Everything. He flew away from the village, now extremely tired. His powers and his abilities, he realized that they were used too early, far too early, for them to truly, grow at least, for him to get used to those powers, for his body to get used to those powers. He was weaker now because he used most of his power, and he was exhausted. He found a cloak nearby and ripped the hood off of it. He then put the rest of it on and sewed the hood onto it. He found the pieces of armor from a village, and from one of the knights, 2 metal gauntlets, one on the hand and one on the other hand. He also killed the birds flying in the sky, put the feathers all around his neck and on the cloak he sewed together. He put on the remaining clothing he could find, pants, shirt, armor, belt as well. He took off everything he had on and put them all in one place. He used his abilities to enchant the cloak and the gauntlets. This turned them the same color as his abilities, purple. He put the cloak on and the gauntlets on with the armor belt and everything else. He then walked away, leaving behind a lesson to the villagers and to anyone that stands against him. They would not make it out. They would die, and they would not escape. He destroyed the village to pleasure himself, and now he had a goal. In order to never feel the pain he felt the day his mother died, he must control everything, absolutely everything. He must have everything, absolutely everything in his control, and he must cause chaos, because that is, in fact, who he is. His mother was the only thing that made him feel wanted, in a way. Even though that is who he is, he felt, in a way, wanted. No one actually cared for him. But, however, that was also the last thing that made him feel wanted. He would be a lesson to those villagers and to all that crossed him. He would be a memory. A flashback.